Well, I'm on the farm today and I've got the Massey Ferguson Model 50, and I got my John Deere 350 hay rake. It's a little bit of breeze, kind of comes and goes. There is, however, enough sun that I felt the need to hose myself down in sunscreen and break out my anti-skin cancer hat. But what you're looking at here is freeze-dried hay, and I'll tell you, this stuff is drying out really well. I mean, I could almost bale it today. There's just a little bit of moisture in there, but just as I did in the previous video on this freeze-dried hay, what I'm gonna do is first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sweep the windrows that have undesirable grass in it and leaves, like down along the fence perimeter. I'm gonna kind of sweep that into its own windrow kind of a way and create a headland, and then I'll just be going back and forth, so I'll have some nice long windrows to use with my John Deere square baler. And again, what I'll do is I'll rake, depends on how heavy the hay is, I'll rake together windrows and I'll have them separated all the way down till I get to that end of the fence. And then tomorrow, I think today is let's see here, today is November the 8th, and so tomorrow, the 9th, I'll bale this. But what I'll do tomorrow is I'll take my Vermeer TR90 and I'll have it in rake mode, and I'll just run straight over top of those bales, again like I did in another video on this freeze-dried hay in another field. And I'll kind of fluff those things up so we can get some air through it. It's calling for warm temperatures tomorrow. Today it's in the upper 50s to low 60s. You can see the flags flying here, the shadow there. We haven't had a lot of breeze today, but we've had a lot of sunshine. It's kind of picked up now. Late in the day, I took an afternoon off from work to do this, and then tomorrow I've got the whole day off. And we get this field in, and we're probably done with hay making. I'd like to go over the hill if an opportunity presents itself. I really don't want to take any more vacation to do hay this year, so if we have sunny skies and clear temperatures like this, I'll be on the hill making some hay over Thanksgiving weekend. Aside from that, we're probably going to be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this Massey Ferguson going, and my Model 350 rake. This is a great old hay rake, and we'll see if we can make some small windrows and then merge them into big windrows. Some of this grass down here on the end, I really don't need to do anything with it. I can just avoid it with the baler. I don't need to sweep it out to the fence rows. What I do is I would bale it and then sell it, kind of cheap. Way, and I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of video just looking at the hay rake. I'll just check back in from time to time, so let me merge a few windrows and then I'll come back. Moving right along, making some pretty good sized windrows. I'm kind of here and here, and kind of making loops where I can make a turn and come into the windrow as straight as possible without making a zero turn U-turn. Some of these windrows are pretty big. I may not be doing myself any favors, but I think my John Deere 348 can handle them. We'll just keep going. So up here on this little high spot in the field, hopefully you can kind of see windrows down there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm working on a 5th one right here, a 6th one right here. I just started a 7th one, and in my west field, all I had was 6 windrows, and so already we're going to make more hay in this field than we did up there, which is always the case. But it's going pretty good. Trying to get this hay done before the shadows set in. Shadows set in on this field, right up on this end first. But knock on wood, everything's going good. Got some pretty good sized windrows, and so let me just keep going. I'll come back. So continuing right along here, making windrows, and got to finish this one, and then I got one there I'm building, and one there I'm starting over on that side. So so far so good. Tried to time this towards the end of the day to get as much sunlight and breeze on this field as I could for maximum drying. Still moving along. Got a lot of windrows out there. I don't know what the yield's going to be, but it's going to be a lot. All right, I'm making kind of my last pass and cleaning up the headlands here, kind of scooting this leafy grass down out of the way. It's going to be a lot of hay to be made tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see how tight this hay packs in the in the baler, and it'd just be interesting to see how tight it packs, and how many bales I do get. There's a lot of hay. There's a lot of hay in here. Let me pull up here in the barnyard, kind of out of the way. So I got a lot of windrows out there, and raked a lot of windrows together. The hay is just much heavier on this field than it was on the one over on that side of the farm, and it's just beautiful hay. And we're going to have our work cut out getting it baled, because there's not a lot of daylight. I've already lost the sun here this evening, but this hay is very, very clean. You can hear it. It's just I probably could have baled it today. Occasionally, as I would be going along, I'd see a wet slug about maybe a little bit bigger than that. But I really didn't see any like continuous wet hay in the windrows, except down there along that tree line, right in that area right there especially. So I may or may not bale that, but the hay along the perimeter of the field, I've got it. It'll be the last that I bale, because it's got leaves in it, and this hay right in here, it's just as good as it gets, in my opinion. And some of these windrows are big, and some of these windrows are bigger. So I'll be again. I think my 348 will have no problem with it. The biggest challenge I'm going to have is just the time, to load the wagons and get them unloaded. And I think one of my boys is going to be up here with me tomorrow. And might be another one here, and then so the wild card in all this is, obviously you pack more hay into a square bale on a second cutting, third cutting. So what'll be interesting is how many windrows will it take to fill a wagon. And I just don't remember. It seemed like on first cutting it took like 4 windrows to fill a wagon. I just can't remember, but it'll come back to me tomorrow, and I'll be trying to be as judicious as possible with my bale throws to get as many bales on these wagons as I can. And we'll unload some. My son, he'll be unloading some hay for me over there in the barn, and we only need to probably clear 1 or 2 wagons, and then the rest of it we'll just park in the barn. We don't have to unload everything tomorrow, so hopefully we can get this done. It would be a nice cap to an otherwise difficult year haying. Again, over the hill, if we get a weather window in if we get a weather window in Thanksgiving weekend, I'll bale some hay, and but I'm taking this afternoon for vacation and tomorrow all day to bale hay, and so hopefully everything will go well. This hay has been frosted multiple times, freeze-dried hay. It's just really nice and dry. Tomorrow the temperatures are supposed to be up into the low 70s, upper 60s. Massey Ferguson 50. The John Deere 3-point mounted PTO driven model 350 hay rake. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you later.